Right now, you probably spend most of your waking hours stressing about, working for, or managing money. Whether you are tracking a small business cash flow, watching a KPI dashboard, or just trying to buy a slightly too expensive coffee, money dictates your life. But if you actually stop and think about it, money is completely insane. You tap a piece of plastic against a machine, invisible numbers change on a screen miles away, and in exchange, someone gives you a sandwich.
To understand how we got to this bizarre system, we have to go back to the beginning. And I hate to break it to you, but the story you learned in school is probably wrong. We've all heard the myth of the barter system, the idea that thousands of years ago, a stickman named Bob had too many chickens and a stickman named Dave had too many shoes. So they met in the village square, swapped a chicken for some sandals, and everyone was happy.
But anthropologists have looked everywhere, and there is virtually no evidence that a pure barter economy ever existed. Why? Because of a massive headache called the double coincidence of wants. If you want shoes and you only have chickens, you have to find a shoemaker who specifically wants a chicken right at that exact moment. If the shoemaker happens to be a vegetarian, you're out of luck. To solve this, ancient humans needed a middleman. They needed something everyone agreed had value. Over the centuries, humans have used some absolutely ridiculous things as money. We've used cowrie shells, salt, squirrel pelts, and even giant blocks of tea. But the funniest example comes from the Island of Yap in the Pacific Ocean. The people there used giant, heavy limestone donuts called rye stones. Some of these stones weighed thousands of pounds. They were so heavy that when someone bought something, they didn't even move the stone. They just left it in the previous owner's front yard, and everyone in the village mentally agreed, okay, that giant rock belongs to Dave now. One time, a crew was transporting a giant rye stone on a boat, and it sank to the bottom of the ocean. Instead of saying the money was gone, the village just agreed the rock was still perfectly good money. It was just very wet. People continued to buy and sell things using a rock nobody had seen in 50 years. And this reveals the ultimate secret of money, whether it is a giant rock, a gold coin, or a piece of paper with a dead president on it. Money isn't a physical thing. Money is just trust. It is a shared ledger. When you hand someone a $20 bill, you are just handing them an IOU from society. You are saying, I did $20 worth of work, so society owes me $20 worth of stuff. Today, we've taken this to the extreme. Only about 10% of the money in the entire world actually exists as physical cash or coins. The other 90% is completely imaginary. It's just numbers sitting on a server farm moving from one spreadsheet to another. So the next time you get stressed out checking your bank app, just remember, you are panicking over a collective hallucination. But you should still probably pay your taxes because the government's hallucination has a very real police force. Hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the weird history of human civilization. See you in the next one.